Good evening, good evening! Valentine's Day! Woo! Happy Valentine's Day! Happy Singles Awareness Day! I think the sound is going into my microphone. 1 second. Happy Valentine's Day! Happy Singles Awareness Day! Thank you guys who come today to watch me finally play TaishoxAlice. I've had this game. It's like one of the first games I bought on my Steam because I was like, oh yes, an otome game. Lets it not play for like 2 years. So okay. But yeah, I have been pretty good with a lot of these games and not looking at spoilers. So I'm finally here to play these games. But otherwise, yes, I hope everyone has been doing well. We're just gonna have a grand old time today. How long will I stream? I don't know. I don't really know how long this game is, like with most games I play here. So it's always a toss-up. This might take a while because it is a dating game, so, and it's a you know, it's a game, so you know there's choices and we're gonna go with it. So oh, let me check first real quick. Yes, text me. Voices. Oh, okay, well, here are the characters. Oh no. Oh no. Master volume, blah 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 blah. Okay, system. Alright, change name. What is... You know, I don't like making my name this, you know, so... Happy Valentine's, Tuna! Happy Valentine's! I had a single white chocolate covered strawberry because I got 2 of them, and and I was like, oh, this is too many for me, so... So I was just like, I'm just gonna have 1. Yes, but yes, thanks for dropping by. We're gonna play this. I don't know a darn thing about this game, so but we're gonna play it. All I saw was like the character names, which is in here, and I guess those are Kaguya, you know, Kaguya with the wizard, Alice, Cinderella. Oh, this game's gonna be fun. Okay, let's get to it. Oh gosh. Luckily there's voices. Oh, I have to read this, don't I? Suddenly, you find yourself lost in a world of darkness. Oh, where am I? I keep walking and walking, but I can't seem to find an exit. It's so dark, I can't see a thing. Can't even tell how far I walked or how much time has passed. Oh yes, dinner. I'm like not that hungry right now, so I'm just like, I was like, yeah, let's play. And then if I get hungry, you know, it'll happen during stream. No matter where you go, the scenery around you remains static and unchanging. It's as if the darkness has consumed everything. All sense of direction, even the very concept of time itself. Yeah, this game's super pretty. I wanted to play this game for Aoi Shota, but he's in episode 3. So ooh, yeah, I got you. Were you to stand perfectly still and hold your breath, the only sound would be that of your own heartbeat. What am I doing here? Who am I? You can't remember a thing. Not even your own name. Dang. She's in a bad way, you know? I can't remember anything. Alone in the dark, fear and loneliness overwhelms you. Hello? Is anyone there? If you're there, say something, please. Yeah, TaishoxAlice, let's go! No one's here. Was I always alone? Or did I get separated from someone? I don't know. I don't know anything. You soon grow tired of walking. Yet every time you think to stop, something spurs you forward, in spite of yourself. Maybe I'll find something just up ahead. Your morale is in tatters, and your legs are threatening to give out, but you press on regardless. Ah! What on earth? Out of nowhere, the darkness seizes you by the leg, threatening to pull you down into its inky depths. What is this? Bendy? No! You struggle with all your might, refusing to let the shadows swallow you up. Gasp! Wait, sorry, I wanted to make that joke. Gasp! Wheeze! But it's the you know. With no way with no way to tell left from right, you run blindly forward. And then, after an impalpable length of time, you meet a young man. Kimiwa. This is Cinderella. I'm just guessing. I'm just gonna guess. A young man with golden blonde hair and pretty blue eyes. This has to be Cinderella. And his name is... I finally found you! Bless voice acting. Yes, it's so pretty! So tell me, who are you? What are you doing here? Do you know where we are? He's making the he's making the Yankee. Yeah, is it? You want to guess? You want to guess? Who is it, baby? Who is it? Say it out loud. Say it. Say my name. Probably. I think this game has famous Seiyu. So, excuse me. Yeah, he has the delinquent expression. Oh? Excuse me? No. Hold on. Okay. So I'm not gonna read while they're talking because there we go. I'm not gonna read while they're talking because it might, I don't know. We can read together, right? That's fine. If you guys want me to read it, I will. But I feel like it's funnier, the immersion, that I'm saying this in English and that you read the subtitles of the very beautiful VAs that we have here, the Seiyu. So I think it's fine. As the male, hey, it be like that, you know? Okay. Also, rude. What's your name anyway? Oh, calm down, sir. Okay, you say that. Yeah. You say this, but you're the one talking more. This isn't very doki doki, if you know what I mean. I'm down. Like, we're in darkness. Like, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just so happy to see you. I couldn't help it. You're talking way more than me. I don't know what. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking way more than me. The thing is, I don't remember what my name is, or even what I'm doing here. Yes! Yes! That's what we've been trying to say this whole time. Oh, hold on 1 second before I continue. Okay, good. Last night my tags didn't stay for some reason when I updated it, so luckily today it looks like it's updated, so we don't have to worry. Okay. Most likely, yes. I've been trying to remember, but for some reason I just can't. Almost like I'm not myself. Everything's so fuzzy. Come on. I'm just like, let's move on from let's keep it going. That's all you have to say? Bro, just I'm happy. We should just fight. I don't think we're getting together. You were talking so much more than me, and bro, if you knew I had amnesia, like, yeah, I guess that's fair. We've only just met after all. So what's your name? Who are you? Can you tell me where we are? You know, she's been asking the same questions, right? Because, like, you know, it makes sense. You know, you're lost, you want to know. And he's just like, why are you bothering me? And I'm like, and then he gives me like a whole essay. And I'm like, listen, I'm not in a competition. We're just lost. Okay? Like, you're lost too, apparently. Bro! Bro, why are you still talking? Why are you still talking? Finally, I was gonna be like, you need to fight. You need to clap back, okay? We cannot do this, okay? Listen, you're gonna learn something from me, okay? This is not Sucker for Love where all the girls are cute, Eldritch Horrors, and you know, I'm willing to lay down my soul and spirit to make it work. When it comes to otome men, you know, we're gonna throw hands, okay? I don't care. I don't put up with none of it, okay? That's what's gonna happen here. I don't put up with nothing with these romantic no. Oh no. I won't put up with it, okay? Watch yourself, okay? Watch yourself. Well, you're no basket of kittens yourself. A saint compared to most people. He's giving me a migraine right now. Okay. Let's go. Leave him here. Let's go. If I didn't like you, we wouldn't be here right now. What? No. Clap back. Clap back right now. That's what I want to know. I mean, same, but... Okay. Listen, can we talk about you for a while? I want to know more about you. Girl, no. Listen, you say, hey, I know you don't like me. We gotta learn what to do to survive in this weird, amorphous darkness here, and... Why you... This is not the time to flirt. At least not with this dude. You know? Oh man, I'm gonna go through it. I have amnesia. What am I gonna say? You keep saying, oh, don't you have amnesia? Yeah, then what am I supposed to... Sorry, I'm gonna be fighting with him this whole game. Okay, pro tag, don't let me down. Clap back. Well, yes, but look, I spent all that time wandering alone in the dark, and now I finally found you. Of course I'm going to be more curious about you. Finally, clap back. How long have we been here? We've been here so long. You think so? I'm not. How are we gonna... I'm going through it. Okay. Am I really that strange? Oh, I know. In that case, how about you choose a name for me? You're gonna ask this dude to name you? Yeah, hold up. Hold up, bestie. Like, no, I don't think you should name us, you know. Well, you said it's odd for me to ask a stranger his name when I don't even know my own. You do not want this dude naming you! But I can't remember it. And you're the only other person here. And on top of that, you want me to introduce myself. Yeah, exactly. I'm so confused. So if you choose my name for me, I'll have a name I can introduce myself with. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Okay, don't act like... Yeah, I'm... I don't know. I don't know if I'm a... Girl, we gotta throw hands. You are too nice to this dude. Pretty smart, am I right? Oh no, exactly. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh no. No. Will you give me a name? Why didn't you say that? He has been arguing with me for how... Hold on. I've extended it because I'm getting real mad at him for like 20 minutes. No thoughts. Yeah. We've been fighting for like 20 minutes. And he could have just said this like 10 minutes ago. Like, no, I don't want to name you. Right? Like, I'm not your dad. Like, you know, I'm not responsible for you. But he's just trying to read me this whole time. And I'm just like, I don't know anything. He's like, oh, you got amnesia, so you should worry about yourself. I don't know anything, bro. I got memory loss. And he's like, aren't you dumb? Yes, because I have no memories. This is gonna be a fun game. Oh no. Then what will you call me? Okay, fine. Forget about me for right now. So tell me about you. I swear, this game... tame in the terms of the beginning, yeah. But, no, I think... Oh no, this is gonna be bad. I have a feeling this episode is about only him, because I think the episodes are broken up. Oh no! Oh no. Oh gosh, this is harder than romancing those eldritch gods. I might go back. I might go back. I might go back. Wouldn't be here if you just, you know, if you just... Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Keep going. Stop dodging the question and maybe this conversation will get somewhere. Yes! Yes! Throw it back. Throw it back. Oh, I can't do it anymore. It took me 23 minutes to get him to say Alice, I think. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's just go. I've been spoiled by Nitro Chirol. Nice to meet you, Mr. I think. Yes! Oh, yes! Yes, throw the attitude. Okay, you too, bye. Thanks. Look, I'm sorry. It was... No, don't hit the road! Okay. Look, I'm sorry. It was a joke, okay? Please don't go. he can torture me for 23 minutes, but I can't torture him for like a second. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like be in character, but I literally just want to be like, then leave. I want to like slap him in the face and tell him to go. Oh my god, So you're Alice, huh? Cute name, but you're not sure if it's really yours? Why is that? Don't ask these questions. Don't, please, don't. Homie, just... Where? Why? He's saying these things. We just met 20 minutes ago. Will you please just answer the question? Okay, yeah, we're joking. Hooray! Hooray! Oh gosh. I won't. Let me at him. Let me. Let me at him. You don't remember your own name? Then why didn't you say it? Okay. Okay. We're gonna have a great time. Okay, Your Highness, okay. You know, like you gave me anything. Well, that's something, I guess. But you're not sure if it's your name? Excuse me. Hold on a second. Hold on. No, 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 no. You did not. No, 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 no. You did not just call yourself an alpha male. I did not run into Andrew Tate. I did not run into Andrew Tate. I can't believe this. I can't do this. I can't do. Bro, you have a ribbon in your hair. I mean, not saying that that's a sign of not being an alpha male, but I'm just saying, you know, dudes who call themselves alpha males and then come out like, I can break their little arms with me, you know, with just me, okay? Like, hello? Excuse me? I can't believe this is the homie I'm stuck with for this entire episode. Oh no. Oh, I hope someone else comes. But that's all you remember, huh? No, it's my fault. My fault. Okay. Oh, it's all my fault. Oh, no, I'm still here. Exactly. I've been here for 20 minutes. You want me to be Alice? Have a good dinner, Tuna. No problem, no problem. Thanks for joining me in 20 minutes of limbo and purgatory with this dude. I'll let you know what happens. Have dinner. Ugh. When will I get out of here? Okay. Okay. Oh, oh no, no, I'm in purgatory. I'm in purgatory. This is actual purgatory. It wasn't faith. It was this. It was this dating sim game. We knew each other? Okay, I don't know. You're making these faces at me. I don't know. Maybe we were friends. He just, or maybe we were in love. You know what? You know what? Okay, okay, okay. You know, just because you said that, I'm gonna make you beg. Okay, I'm gonna make you beg. I'm gonna take the true love route, and you're gonna beg. Beg. I like you. No, wrong answer. Wrong answer, homie. You're supposed to be like, well, I guess. You know? Yeah, don't answer that. Don't answer that, homie, please. Oh, man. We're not gonna get through this. We're not. I'm gonna be here forever. That's all well and good, but now we'll both be named Alice. Kinda weird, don't you think? Yeah. Oh. Nope, I'm good with Arisu. Nice to meet you, Alice. I'd rather fight. I'd rather get into the MMA ring with Alice. Okay? So what's your next move, Alice? You don't know anything either. You don't know anything either. You don't know anything either. I'm just gonna be so angry this whole stream. I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be romance month. It's supposed to be Valentine's Day, and I'm just growling at this dude like an angry dog. What makes you assume that? I don't want to stay here. I don't. I suppose you're right. I do want to get out of here. I may not have my memories, but I can tell I'm not meant to be here. I mean, why else would the darkness attack me earlier? Yeah, before we met up, I was searching for an exit when it grabbed my leg out of nowhere. I thought it was going to swallow me up. Yes! Oh, I'm going through it, y'all. I'm going through it. Come to think of it. Where? I'm literally gonna beat you up later. Oh man. How is it I'm able to see you so clearly when it's pitch black in here? Isn't that kind of strange? Oh, it's supposed to be pitch black? Oh gosh. What are you talking about? Oh. Are you saying this is something you noticed right away? I'm not saying. No, I disagree. No, I disagree. We're still here. So how does it work? We're not glowing or anything, are we? In this darkness, one would think we'd only see each other as shadowy silhouettes, but to me, You just look the same as you would under under ordinary daylight. Oh, I know. What about me? Can you see me? I mean, maybe. I mean, no, you're pretty. Seems like it. He's putting me through it. Oh no, he complimented himself. Oh no, oh no, no. It's about to be 30 minutes, homeboy. You're right. I can't be a ghost. I have hands and feet and every— You're losing me, Arisu. Come on, come on. Oh, no, no. Ooh, that's a relief. Yes, yes, we are. Let's bring it back. Bring it back, please. Please, I'm big. I just said it, just tried to eat my legs! No, not really. It's just a gut feeling. The same way you know we're trapped. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure I can. All I know is that there must be a reason it tried to devour me. Though I don't know if it was seeking me specifically, or if I just happened to pass by, or what. The only other alternative I can think of is, what if the darkness wasn't attacking me, but rather my body was attempting to assimilate itself? What? What are you talking about? I can't. We're never gonna get out of here with these two. We're never gonna get out of here. It's been 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna. I've been staring at homeboy here for 30 minutes. Oh no, no, no. Save me. Send me back to the possessed house in faith. I can take down Amy over Alice here, okay? Oh no. Okay. We're gonna try to get through this. I can't be here no more. I'm in purgatory, man. I'm not sure. I think maybe I'd disappear. Cease to exist. Something like that. I don't know anything. I don't know. Oh, I'm going insane. This is purgatory. This is what purgatory is. This is what it is. Maybe? No, I definitely want my memories back. My memory. I don't even know who I am. What do you mean? Oh gosh. Why is he like science teaching me right now? I don't know. I don't know. Why are you acting so dramatic? Like, bro, of course I want to remember. I don't even know who I am. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? English Alice? Huh? Yeah, I am. No matter what mistakes she made, no matter who she is, she's still me. You just said there's nothing in me. You just said there's nothing in me. Oh. When I put up this game, when I put up this VOD on YouTube, I'm gonna name it Fighting with Alice for 40 minutes straight. I don't know. If she despises me, what does that mean for me? Fist fight. It's just gonna be fighting Alice in Ralph's parking lot. So no different from if I were assimilated into the darkness? To be honest, there's still a lot I don't quite understand, but I can tell that you're worried about me. Thank you. No. Homegirl. Homegirl. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Homegirl. No. My therapist will be hearing about this. You're a sweet, kind-hearted person. I'm sure you don't want me to disappear. We have been talking to him for like 40 minutes and that's what you got? Is that he's a sweet and kind-hearted person? Yeah, tell me about it. Isn't it obvious? Everything you just said makes it crystal clear you don't want to see me go. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. I would. I'm starting to agree with the homie here. I'm starting to agree with homeboy here, you know. Or maybe they just made me extra. This is I am in the 5th circle or something. Good. That's gotta be it. Maybe you like me, or maybe being alone frightens you. He don't know either. He got amnesia too. Okay, I can say the same thing. I can say the same thing about you. I can say the same thing. We're never gonna get out of here. That's not it then. Maybe you don't want to disappear. Maybe you don't want to remember. Ooh. Throw it back. Throw it back. If it's not me you're worried about, then it has to be you. In darkness, in dark. A really dark place? Yeah. Oh, come on. A dream? Is that even possible? I want to know. That's what wake me up. Evanescence. Wake me up inside. Call my name. Save me from the dark. You know. Save me from this dude. Oh my. Okay. I didn't know I was playing Inception. You know, I didn't know I was playing Inception. Why claim? Cause it did. It did. I wish we were in Yume Hyakuoji. Those guys are nice. Those guys are capable. They actually fight the dudes in the... Oh no, I'm gonna romance this dude. I just want to punch him. I figured if I pinched my cheek, I'd know if it were a dream or not. Oh, don't you assist? Don't. I'm gonna pinch you. I'm gonna pinch you. That hurts, I think. Oh gosh. They should just have renamed them Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I'm going through it. I'm going through it. Okay, but that's not the same. That's not how phantom pain works. Because if you pinch, then you're pinching the thing that's there. You're not pinching the invisible thing. Because in lucid dreaming, you're in a deep enough. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Oh no, what? I don't know what this dude is on. Why did you pinch me? Oh boy. Oh, are you busy, Andy? Sorry. Are you okay? You did it. I see. It's okay. I've just been yelling at this dude for the past like 40 minutes. Okay. Okay, good. That's good. Ooh. Yeah, it's been a time. Okay. Yeah, I've just been yelling at this dude for like 40 minutes. We've been stuck in darkness for 40 minutes. I feel like I'm in purgatory. I'd rather go fight Amy and Faith than talk to this dude for any longer. Now he's trying to express. He's trying to explain to me like some kind of lesson on lucid dreaming and whatever. Suppose this really is a dream. Why haven't I woken up? Girl, why are you asking these questions? You're just... I have to finish what I started. That is true in many ways. So... I don't have a... Well, neither do I. Why are you asking me for answers? I'm gonna be stuck here forever. You're the one who asked me if I had any questions. Exactly. Oh. I feel like... You got hints? Okay. My whole existence? They should put this dude in the Cthulhu game and Sucker for Love because he's literally driving me to madness. Maybe I went to sleep questioning my identity. Or maybe I wanted to forget. Is that why you're so convinced we can't escape? He got a lot to say for a person who don't know anything, you know, for 50 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to get out of here. I feel like I'm in purgatory. If we're dreaming about each other, then what relationship do we have in the waking world? Oh, you too. I feel the same. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you and me both, brother. That sucks. No, it doesn't. No, just slap him back. Just slap him back. All right. Where were we? I seem to recall we were debating whether or not this place has an exit. Yes! Yeah, dream or not, I want to get out of here. If this dream is a fragment of my memory, then surely the real me wants to wake up just as much as I do. Oh no, you two got 2 brain cells between you. I take it back, 1. You got a half each. Leave him. Just leave him here. Just leave him here. Just leave him here. We have leave him. Please, I'm begging you. Won't you be scared all by yourself? Won't you miss girl? Leave him. Let him sit here in the darkness. I'll miss you. No, no, no. No. No, because I don't have memories. I'd say just you, but I can't remember. Get it? Amnesia. That's fair. I kind of feel like you deserve it though. Finally, clap back! Me too! Me too! Do it to me too! I want to get away from this fool! Whatever. Let's go look for the exit together. 2 heads are better than 1, you know. No, leave him! Leave him! Please, please. You don't want to move. You don't want to move. You might be right. But either way, I'm not going to abandon you here. No, leave it. No. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. I want to be with you. No, 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 no. No. I'd say it depends on the circumstance. Drag him out. Just... Oh, finally. Oh, I've been staring at him for like 50 minutes. Oh. Don't worry. No matter what happens, I won't let go. You're not alone. I'll always be with you. Yeah, do we really? And... Yep. No. Because... You know the answer. Stop asking. Right. Oh, yeah, you literally talk in like essay paragraphs. I mean, you know, you're the one using the most breath here. Yeah. How do you know that? Like, you just said you didn't know anything. Send me back to the forest. Send me back to the forest. Send me back. This dude has been talking in circles since I met him. We have been talking for... Okay, I'm gonna give him some leeway. 40 minutes. He's like, you don't know anything? And I'm like, literally amnesia. Of course I don't know nothing. It's amnesia. Got it. Amnesia. Oh, gosh. I do miss Father John. So begins the story of Alice and Arisu. Hand in hand, you wander through the darkness in search of an exit. You know what, Alice? I'm glad we met. I enjoyed talking to you, and in spite of all your protests to the contrary, I think you feel the same way. You're such a sweetheart. Please stop complimenting him. I'm going through it. He's going through it too. I don't know what for though. He got a lot of opinions for a dude in darkness, you know what I'm saying? And so the friendly conversation continues. No ground to walk on, no concept of time, no one else in sight. And yet, with Alice at your side, you don't miss any of it. I swear this is sucker for love. Like, cause this, like I said earlier, this is driving me to more madness than that game did. You walk and walk and walk. There appears before you a giant looking glass. Oh, finally. Finally. Oh, look at that big crystal. It's so pretty. It is? Oh boy. I hope Father John's doing okay. You're right. I can see my face from every angle. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that it's so sparkly here in the dark. Is it glowing? Or is light shining onto it from somewhere? You are wasting breath! You are wasting breath! Maybe this is the exit? Our names are both Alice. You're Alice, I'm Arisu. Mirror, Alice, Alisu. Apparently you think I have, you know, the thoughts to remember that? Father John is as okay as he can be, maybe. Okay. What would the other world be like? Maybe I'll finally be out of purgatory. What do you think it's like back where we came from? I see. Oh, I like this. I like this development. Don't you dare! Bro, we trying to get out. Likely story. Well, I'm not going to break it either. Sure, maybe you're right. Maybe something would happen if I did. But on the other hand... Excuse me. Maybe this mirror means a lot to someone. I miss Lynetta. But what if you got hurt in the process?
もちろん君を恨む。無思慮と無謀は愚かだ野蛮だと君を蔑む。当然だろ。
Maybe there's a reason this giant mirror is here. Maybe we can clear away the darkness by going to the world beyond.
はいはい、出た出た。人の話を無視する君の得意技だ。鏡を通り抜けること自体現実ではありえない。無双であり、空想であり、ただの妄想だ。
Let's just go through the mirror. But this is a dream, right?
可能だな。明晰夢といって、これが夢だと自覚することによって、夢の状況を自分の思い通りに変化させられるそうだ。
If so, I want to pass through the mirror to the other side. Just as you reach out to the mirror. Suddenly the mirror radiates a blinding light. We're free! We're free! We're free! I'm free! Ah! Oh, maybe I'm not free. When the light fades, the mirror no longer reflects you, but two other figures. Oh? Wait, hold up. Hey, yo! On the left is a man with an expression as dull as cinders. Oh. So that's Cinderella. And that's Red Riding Hood. They were not subtle. On the right is a man with a Red Riding Hood pulled down over his eyes. Oh, by the way, I can see his eyes. So. Men? Men? Listen, Father John is the man. Okay? This fool. Oh, I'm not gonna get through this. This is gonna turn into school days. This is gonna turn into school days. They seem familiar somehow. Okay. You prod the surface of the mirror with your finger, and it ripples like water. Okay, sure does. I mean, it's getting there. I'm feeling what Kotonoha was it Kotonoha? I forgot her name. I know the other one was Sasaki, right? Bro, why are you overthinking it? We're in darkness. Okay, you can stay here. You can stay here. Okay, stay here. No, leave him here. Leave him here. Leave him. Leave him here. Leave. Leave him here. Leave him here. Okay. We got options. I personally, Cinderella Familia is one of us. She's one of the people. She's a commoner, Also, so is Red Riding Hood. However, Red Riding Hood has to deal with a wolf. And I don't know if we can deal with that. But then Cinderella also got like stepsisters and stepmother, like kind of vibe. So who are we willing to challenge here, if that's who we run into? You know what I mean? So I sat here talking to this fool for like an hour. Okay, so we can only go up from here. Okay, so oh boy. All right, let's see. I say Cinderella. Yeah. Let's click the homie. I choose this one. I can deal with mean girls. Together, you and Alice reach out to the mirror. Then you walk through the glass and jump down into the looking glass world. The furry. Another time. Oh. Here we go. Let's go. What? Oh, it's playing the song again. Maybe I should have chosen Red Riding Hood. Ah, Kaguya. Yes. Gretel. Snow White, my man! Wizard. I like how it's wizard. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Light Yagami. No. He does have that vibe. Heroine. This fool. Oh no. Man, this is a lot longer than the beginning. Is this the full version? What? I remember this. The love gift of a fairy tale. Well, that was painful. Okay. Once upon a time in the Looking Glass, there lived a selfish, arrogant, young upstart named Cinderella. Oh, oops. So Cinderella is the mean girl. His father, a commoner, was the founder of Cinder Textiles, a self-made man who had amassed an incredible fortune over his lifetime. Heir to his father's assets, Cinderella grew up having everything handed to him on a silver platter. As an adult, he... Dang it. Maybe I should have chosen the other one. He became a notorious playboy. Oh no, my nightmare, Oh no, my nightmare. Ugh, I hate playboys. Every weekend, he held a banquet. He wore only the finest clothes from the finest brands, and his wristwatches were all studded with jewels. You know, I say this, but I bet you I might end up liking this character a lot. Crowds of people flocked to him wherever he went. I bet. Oh, property. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Not my Cinderella. No. Oh, boy. Hello? Sir? Maybe? No, 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 you're gonna be cursed. No, 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 this is how dudes get cursed in fairy tales all the time. Mansions, condos, luxury cars, you name it. If he wanted it, he bought it.
本日はお招きいただきありがとうございました。今宵の素晴らしい音楽と人との出会いに感謝を。ああ。それでこの前の融資の件。
Loan proposal.
考えてみてはいただけたでしょうか。
Oh, what a nightmare. This game is purgatory. It's just purgatory. It's just torture. What have I done? What have I done to us on this Valentine's Day?
いいぞ。してやるよ。いくら必要なんだ。言ってみろよ。ありがとうございます。やはりあなたは素晴らしい人だ。
No. He lived a glamorous life most people could only dream of. All who knew him respected him, feared him, and eagerly kissed up to him. They sucked his toes. Good to know. Oh no. No, not like this. Oh? Oh, they call it Shirayuki. So not just Suno. Not Suno. My man! That's how he showed up. If you can tell. Okay. Hey, 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 you stop that, you stop. You stop that. You stop that. You stop that. That's right. Throw it back. Throw it back, B. Throw it back, BB. You off the clock. Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be. You know, if he's always off the clock, that's what it's gonna be like. Cinderella had two younger brothers, neither of whom looked much like him. Yes, he's baby soft. So baby soft. He made them both work at him at the cafe. Oh, for him at the cafe. From cooking to cleaning, he forced all the most annoying jobs on them. Oh, so he's the evil stepmother. So he's backwards. Oh, gosh, no. Okay. Making desserts. All right. You can sell the baked good. Cinderella is short-sighted. Short-sighted, baby. The disappointment I have is great. Yeah, exactly. Throw it back. Throw it back. Yeah, whatever. Yes, get your coffee. Get your coffee. It's gonna be a long road. These guys are putting me through it. These guys are putting me through it. I'd rather try and date Lynetta again. Oh, gosh. Tell him, baby. You tell him. Tell him. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, I hope no one's listening to him. You're one too! Oh, yeah. That's right, you tell him, BB. You tell him. Look in the mirror.
なんか言ったか
You heard him.
別に。
No, you heard him. You heard him all right.
なあもういいやなん
Look in the mirror.
喉が渇いたなんか飲み物くれ飲み物
ここには何もないよ。下に戻ればいい。
Mm-hmm.
好きなだけ飲めるんじゃない？
Mm-hmm.
下に戻ったらまたあいつらにたかられるだろ
Oh, so terrible.
外にでも出ればよかったんじゃないの？
Why not step outside or something?
気分じゃない
Okay,
おとなしくたかられてろ。
tell him, you tell him.
ああんな女みてえな顔してと
Oh?
ああ、ここにいたのか、シンデレラ兄さん。お客
Mm-hmm.
さんが呼んでいますよ。
Mm-hmm. Hey, Gretel.
おグレーテルちょうどいいなんか飲み物くれ持ってないなら取りに行ってこい
Hello?
お兄様命令だ
嫌です。自分で取りに。
Yes! Let's go, baby. Let's go. You go, Gretel. Uh-huh.
ちなみに、はいこれ。僕が作った新作のショートブレッドです。僕はもういらないので、客人に振る舞うなりなんなり適当に処理してくださ
I
い。
love it here. It's so much better than the darkness.
お前が作っとんならお前が運べよどこに人に押し付けようとしてんだ今さっき下から来たばかりだろ
営業時間内ならともかく、これは僕が個人的にあくまで趣味で制作したもので、
I love it here.
ですが、僕は試食の段階でお腹がいっぱいになったので、あとはすべて兄さんにあげます。
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
どうせ白
go.
雪兄さんは口にしないだろうし。
Sure.
そうだね。
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
押し付けかよだいたい今そんなもん食ったら口がパサパサして余計喉が渇くだろうが俺は喉が渇いてるんだよ
だったら下の階に戻ればいいでしょう。
Ooh.
好きなだけ飲めますよ。それに、18歳未満は休日労働、深夜労働が禁止されています。あ
Yes.
なたがどうしても
Yes.
働くというのなら、労働基準法で
Yes.
あなたを訴えることができます
Yes.
同期署に駆け込む。
Ooh.
お前らそれが実の兄に対する態度かたく最高
Gretel's a union worker. Absolutely. He bakes. You know, he knows his rights.
あなたには言われたくありません。
Yes.
あんたには言われたくない。
シンデレラさん、シンデレラさん。
ほら、呼んでるよ。シンデレラ兄さん。
お前ら後で覚えてろよ
I love their fits though. Their outfits are so cute.
捨て台詞が完全にやるものだったね。
いわゆる負け犬ゼリフというやつですね。相変わらず
Ooh, these two ran him to filth. What the heck? His heart, his money, his life, all the color in his world had faded to an ashen gray. And they called him Cinderella.
ねえ、それ、どうするの？
お、
Oh. Once upon a time, in the looking glass world, there was a mansion. You'd go, oh, is this me? It was nearly midnight, and all the good boys and girls were meant to be in bed. But as I was decidedly not a good girl, that night found me sneaking around the mansion in the dark. So I have a different name right now. Arriving at the front door, I reached for the knob.
キーさん、どこ行くん？夜中に女の子が一人歩きするのは感心せえへんな。
Ayo. I yelped in surprise at the sudden voice behind me. That voice can only belong to one person. After all, he's the only other resident in this house. What's the matter, Kaguya? Why are you stopping me, Kaguya? Smiling nervously, I turned to face my loyal servant, Kaguya, who grinned back. Wait, Kaguya is the servant. Hey, yo.
僕はひいさん、君の従者やで。
He calls her puppet? What the heck? Oh, he has like... So he's like... Wait, hold on. So he's supposed to be British? But he's Japanese. Okay. Oh gosh. My life is back. Oh, I can't. They did not mansplain that to me. I can't believe this. Oh no. In case you're wondering, poppet is a term of endearment that means something to the effect of sweethearts. While I'm at it, bird means girl, and in it is how he says, isn't it? Dialects are fun. This is awkward. Oh no. I'm not gonna put myself in danger. I'm just stepping out for some fresh air. Admittedly, this excuse probably would have been more credible if I hadn't been carrying a large suitcase in hand. Oh boy. Don't worry, I'll come right back. I'm just going for a walk. Yeah, that's it. Why does he talk like that? Kaguya walked right up to me and snatched my suitcase away. I'm not running away. I'm just leaving for a while, that's all. Kaguya was generally a patient man, and my voice faltered in the face of his sudden naked fury. No, naked? Hold up. Boy. His smile didn't reach his eyes. Instantly, I knew he was going to do everything in his power to stop me. But I couldn't possibly back down. And so, clasping my hands together, I pleaded like my life depended on it. Please, Kaguya, let me go! Silence fell between us. When I finally opened my eyes again, Kaguya heaved the world's biggest sigh. Arranged marriage. Hello? I missed a few chapters. What arranged marriage, you ask? I do ask. Let's rewind to a few days ago. Oh no. This is... what game are we playing? I don't even know anymore. I'm like, we're at... Hello? It all started one fine afternoon. What's this? Kaguya handed me a hot cup of tea along with a mysterious manila folder. Oh no. Since when do I have a fiancé? Sure enough, the folder contained a photo of a man I'd never met, as well as his personal records. Yikes. Interesting. Somehow it didn't feel real. Truth be told, I didn't know the first thing about arranged marriage. I gazed at the photo. There, the man was depicted holding a long stick of some kind. A billiard cue, perhaps? Why isn't he looking at the camera? This was the first question that came to... I can't. In fact, the man in this photo scarcely seemed to have noticed the camera. Oh, yeah, scarcely seemed to have noticed the camera at all. Granted, this was my first experience with a prospective fiancé, as it were, but weren't they supposed to try a bit harder to look presentable? Paparazzi. Oh, no. No, no. You took this without permission? You do realize he could see you for that, right? What is going on? What is this world that I've been dropped in? I looked up to find Kaguya smiling innocently. Daijoubu! Oh no. Oh, so it's okay as long as you don't get caught? There were so many things wrong with that statement. I could have kept going, but I had a feeling I'd only end up giving myself an ulcer. I have given myself one in this past hour and 25 minutes of being in purgatory. Oh, JK, TaishoxAlice. My gaze fell back to the documents. All of his personal information was listed there, from his full name to his address. No, 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 no. No, not an arranged marriage with Cinderella. No, no, I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kaguya has the fox kitsune thing going on. Oh gosh, I'm just being tortured. Okay. What sort of man is he, this Cinderella? Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty accurate, okay. I had a feeling Kaguya probably shouldn't have let that slip, but he didn't seem all that bothered. I stared at him. He smiled sheepishly. I don't know, Kaguya. But they don't want me to say no, do they? Oh, no, no, we can't marry the rich. They're self-centered and won't give you a penny. Yeah. Oh, no, no. At this, I promptly dropped the folder back onto the table. Okay, that settles it. I'll meet with him and have the marriage talk. Don't mock me. Don't mock me, Kaguya. And that brings us to tonight. I said I'd talk with him. I never said I was ready to marry him. I know that. In fact, it practically sealed the deal. I came from a fairly wealthy family myself, but from the sounds of it, our fortune was merely a drop in the bucket compared to his. And I knew our families wouldn't attempt to arrange this marriage unless there was some foreseeable benefit for both sides. So I wasn't about to throw it all in the trash just for my own convenience, not when I knew they were all counting on this working out. Meanwhile, Kaguya tilted his head at me. Little posh boy. You never said any of that. At this point, it's practically slander. Thanks, Kaguya. He was clearly playing dumb, of course. Why was he so eager to trash talk this Cinderella guy anyway? I cleared my throat. Listen here, Kaguya. I don't approve of you bad-mouthing someone you've never even met. Nor do I approve of gossip. That's why I decided to see for myself exactly what sort of person he is. Kaguya's smile weakened a fraction of an inch. So I pressed on. I know you'll get in trouble for this, and I'm sorry, but I can't stay here. If I don't do this, I just know I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. I can't marry a stranger. I need to learn more about him first. Oh no. His tone was gentle. In response, I put my hands on my hips. That I hate this translation. Daijoubu? I've got this little beauty right here. With an air of confidence, I pulled out the manila folder. The info doc inside had a mailing address listed for him. Thus, I decided I would track down his house, find him, and observe him for a few days. Unfortunately for me, life was about to throw a wrench into my plans. Oh? And now? What? He's not. I stared blankly back. Nowhere in this folder did it say he was living somewhere else. This meant, of course, that my plan was sunk. After a long moment of silence, Well, ask the homie. Could you tell me where he's staying now? I put on my best puppy dog eyes. I think you should just date Kaguya, but you know, that's just my opinion. Thank you, Kaguya. And so it was that Kaguya joined me on my nighttime excursion. Kaguya is such a great guy. Not only did he agree to come with me, but he insisted on carrying my luggage and even gave me his coat. A true gentleman! Yeah, why were you dating Kaguya? Oh, and don't worry about my parents. I'll do everything in my power to vouch for you. And if they get mad about this, I'll explain to them that it wasn't your fault. Though my parents frequently traveled all over the country for work and were scarcely ever home, they kept in regular contact with Kaguya. And on the off chance they found out about me sneaking out of the house at night to go track down my future fiancé, I knew they'd be furious. But Kaguya didn't deserve to take the brunt of that anger, and so I needed to stand up for him. After all, I was the one who dragged him into this. It is true. He patted me on the head. Why is he British? I'm so confused. Like, why is he the one who's British? Are you sure about this? If they find out how much you helped me, they'll grill you for sure. Hey, yo. Listen, Kaguya, I think we should just run away. I think running away is the next best option. Like, together. You know? Thank you so much! Oh no. Not that I love you. I was so touched, I wrapped my arms around his neck and gave him a big hug. Oh, no. Someone gonna see you. Someone gonna see you. He stroked my back like he was consoling a child. This was precisely why I liked him so much. Oh no. The music is ending. This can't be good. This can't be. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. This is where Cinderella lives? With Kaguya leading the way, we soon arrived at the shopping district. With its high altitude that kept things nice and cool in the summertime, the Looking Glass World was a popular resort location. The shopping district in particular was quite sophisticated. The main street was lined with museums and other historical buildings, and there were plenty of shops and cafes for the tourists. That said, they were all closed by now, as you'd expect from a sleepy little town like ours. I hate this. I hate this like half weird translate, but you know what? It's fine. Totemo sticky. Okay, I think that's how it's pronounced. Oh boy. Totemo sticky. Yes, sir. I dashed out into the middle of the street and twirled around, giddy with excitement. The town's so pretty at night. Though the shops were all closed, there were still lights on in a few windows. That wasn't the only light, of course. There were also street lamps, as well as the moon and stars shining down on us from high above. Behind me, Kaguya chuckled at my antics. Indeed, the shopping district was enjoyable at any hour of the day. I turned to respond. Ah! Oops. Before I could catch myself, I slipped and promptly face-planted on the ground. Wait, then why am I facing the moon? Ow. That was painful. And by painful, I mean painfully embarrassing. Kaguya rushed over to me and helped me to my feet. Thank you. I don't know, am I? No, I'm fine. My body ached from the impact, but otherwise I was fine. No cuts or scrapes. I hate that he's British. I hate that he's British. He brushed the grime from my clothes. I couldn't see much out there in the dark, but evidently the dirt stains were especially noticeable on the white fabric. You're wearing white? You were gonna run away in a white dress? Ma'am. She's definitely never run away from home. Oh, it's no big deal. It'll come out in the wash. It's white. I can't. You know, at least I got Kaguya. Kaguya's the homie right now, okay? I did as requested, and he rubbed my palm clean with a handkerchief. Now your handkerchief's gonna be all grimy. So, despite this weird British thing Kaguya has in the translation, Kaguya is proven to be a homie right now. Probably more than a homie. I'd rather, you know, get with Kaguya, but he is the servant, and that's never a good thing. You know, dating servants in these kinds of games, unless you reach that little route, you know. He patted my head. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, Kaguya. Okay. Yes, sir. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we can do that. We can do that, Kaguya. Without hesitation, Kaguya took me by the hand and led me down the street. And that's how we found ourselves standing outside a fancy brick building. What is this place? I had a feeling I knew the answer, but decided to ask anyway, just in case. Wouldn't want to bust down the wrong person's door after all. Oh boy. Oh, that's crazy. I'm impressed he started a business at such a young age. He's rich! That's what rich people do! They start businesses to make more money. Or they take over the family business. My interest in Cinderella instantly skyrocketed. It's gonna drop back down to earth, baby, in a hot minute. That info doc hadn't mentioned anything about a cafe. Clearly, I made the right choice in coming here to see him for myself. Or so I thought until... Yeah, exactly. Yep. Kaguya unceremoniously killed my hype. Well, it's still really cool that he's running the place all on his own. I dug in my heels. No, he's got other people running it. No, Kaguya, no. And so my dreams were summarily crushed. Yeah, told you. Instantly, my mental image of Cinderella transformed from a working-class hunk to an upper-class snob. I hastily shook the thoughts from my head. After all, it wasn't right to jump to conclusions about someone I'd never met. Jeez, Kaguya, you must really have it out for this guy. He shrugged his shoulders, chuckling. Kaguya was normally a pretty nice guy, but for some reason, all compassion went out the window when it came to Cinderella. I almost wanted to ask him if he was jealous, but I had a feeling he'd probably just dodged a question. I knew all of his usual tactics. Hoping to switch gears, I glanced back at the cafe. There was no sign out front, so it was kind of hard to tell if it was a cafe at all. The lights were on, suggesting the place was still open, and I could faintly hear classical music playing over the low murmur of voices. Are they holding some kind of event here? Brimming with curiosity, I approached the front window. Ooh, you better watch yourself, girl. You better watch out. You better watch out. I'll be fine. I slowly peered inside the building. Evidently, there was some sort of party going on. People were dancing, drinking, and generally having a good time. Now, which one of them is Cinderella? I scanned the guests, looking for the man from the photograph. Unfortunately, I had next to no confidence that I could pick him out from the crowd. Yeah, maybe not. I sighed. My man! Ah! The sudden voice behind me made me jump out of my skin. I'm sorry, I'm not looking to rob you, I swear! I whirled around, and my jaw dropped. Standing there was a guy dressed all in white. Ah! My man's... My man went blank mid-sentence. His striking appearance had completely blown me away. Yes, I know. Everything about him was as white as snow. Even his hair. I'd never seen anyone like him. He was beautiful. dot 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 dot. A moment of silence passed. As I ogled him up and down, the guy looked away from me and stared down at the ground in discomfort. Yeah, please, please, don't embarrass us in front of him, please. I'm begging you. Sorry, do you work here? He didn't meet my gaze. Oh gosh, what do I do? What the? Panicking, I turned to Kaguya for help, only to find that he had seemingly vanished, leaving only my suitcase behind. I immediately looked around the area and spotted him waving at me from around the corner of the building. Do you know Attempting to bounce back from this betrayal, I decided to ask the guy flat out. The words quickly died in my throat. ... What was I thinking? I can ask him about Cinderella directly. As my prospective fiancé, there was a good chance that Cinderella knew all about me by now. And if he were to find me here, he'd truly realize I'd come here to essentially investigate him, and he'd probably be really offended. Not only would the marriage talks be called off on the spot, but Kaguya would probably get in huge trouble. And so silence fell between us once more. Oh no. The first time I had a fairly good excuse, considering his appearance was so stunning. But twice? I really need to get my act together. I struggled to think of an excuse. Okay. No, I can't! Yeah, why not? Because... I couldn't think of a good explanation for that either. Because... I racked my brain, desperate to think of something. Anything! But in my panic, I could only open and close my mouth like a goldfish. Then as silence fell, for a third time, my stomach let out a loud, gurgly growl. ... It's a lot of ... dots, huh? That's weird. How am I hungry again after that big dinner we ate? Totally heard that too. Kill me now! The guy reluctantly took hold of me by the arm. Ooh? Oh, huh? And so he led me away, his fingers like ice against my skin. Confused, I looked back at Kaguya, only to find that he had once again vanished into thin air. It too, Kaguya! Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. The mysterious guy led me through the cafe's side entrance and into what appeared to be the kitchen area. The kitchen was spacious and clean, furnished with a table and 4 chairs. The guy gestured for me to take a seat, and so I did. Then he sat down across from me, elegantly crossed his legs, and picked up his book.
Hi.
Oh? Heyo, thank you. Placed before me was a plate stacked with colorful, rectangular things. What is this? I looked up to find a different, more smartly dressed guy staring back at me. Yes. Shortbread, let's go. Okay. You made these? Okay. That's awesome! The butter cookies I knew were generally plain and unadorned, but this shortbread was quite the opposite. They were brightly decorated with sprinkles, sugar pearls, and powdered sugar of all different colors. Oh, sounds like diabetic shock. They were so gorgeous they looked less like snacks and more like jewelry. Can I have one? With his blessing, I took one from the plate, and I took a bite, and I hate this. Okay, sorry I'm complaining about this like so much, but it's like I really hate when it's like they add like Japanese words in the translations, because it's like you're supposed to just translate it. Anyway, I see. It was so good I couldn't help but squeal in delight. They assume I'm a casual. Yeah, exactly. Youth. Police. The insults. This is the best cookie I've ever had. I could eat the whole plate. What? No, don't throw them away. I know, like, dang, you could just see, yum, like, you know, like, I don't know, man. Oh, this is delicious. Like, it's the same. Anyway, sorry. Okay. The guy flinched, and I realized I'd inadvertently shouted in his face. Oh, sorry. I got a little excited there. Shirayuki Onisa? Oh, Onisan! So Gretel is the youngest. Snow White is the middle child. Oh, awkward. No wonder he's angry. Okay. He glanced over at the guy sitting across from me, and I followed suit. So you're Shirayuki Onisa? Sorry, I'm mocking the thing. What a lovely name. It suits you to a T. ... It was my honest opinion, and yet he didn't even look up from his book. Jiko Shokai! Nice to meet you, Gretel. My name is... Just then, a certain realization hit me. I'd completely forgotten this was Cinderella's cafe. And now here we were in the kitchen, an area that was certainly off limits to customers, which meant these men had to be Cinderella's employees. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought me here. Arisu! My name is Arisu. Desperate for a pseudonym, I gave them the first thing that popped into my head. My own surname. Nice going, me. Her name is Jurika Arisu? Okay. Oh, you think so? Thanks. Is it taking an unexpected turn? Apparently he misheard my name as Alice instead. Regardless, I decided to play along. The same name as the guy upstairs? Hey, yo? Hey, yo? There's another Alice? I tilted my head in confusion. It sounded like this other Alice person was somewhere in the building. Renting out rooms. It's also an apartment building. Oh, mercy. Okay. Oh, interesting. So the second floor is designated living space, I take it. What's he like? Yeah. Yeah. I see. Gretel and Snow White struck me as fairly weird themselves, so I couldn't begin to imagine how weird this other Alice must have been. So you two are brothers, right? Do you live here too? Oh boy. Wow, and you're so young too, so you three are all... What's the term? Tenants? I tried my best not to make it obvious that I was digging for info. Ooh? Cinderella's younger brothers? Oh, baby. I leapt to my feet and nearly lunged across the table. Oh no. Oh no. Gretel looked at me dubiously, and I realized my error. Oh, sorry. I hastily sat myself back down in my chair. A little bit? Oh, you know I'm a little bit. Yeah, of course. He's kind of famous in these parts, you know? Ooh. Read him to filth, baby. Heck yeah. ... Loath as I was to admit it, that was exactly in line with everything Kaguya had told me. Are you really going to badmouth your own brother like that? Ooh. Yes, I will. I will absolutely take more shortbread, sir. Thank you, Gretel. Gretel gestured to the plate of cookies on the table. All right. Thank you. At his prompting, I took another one and bit into it. The more I ate, the drier my throat started to feel. I looked up at Gretel. Sure, this was technically his cafe, but that didn't mean I felt comfortable asking him to fetch me a drink. Ooh. My man's got me, my man's got me. Startled, I whipped my head around to look at Snow White. But he was still absorbed in his book. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the thing about Valentine's is that I'm like trying to cut down on my candy intake these days just because it's like, you know, it's not, I need to cut down on my sugar. But I got like 2 sets of chocolate covered strawberries and like I cannot, that's so much. And then I got like some chocolates from a volunteer, and then I got chocolates from my boss. And I was like, I cannot eat this all. I can't do it. Girl hurried off to the sink to put water in the kettle. No, don't apologize. I'm the one mooching here. I hastily got to my feet and stopped him. I'll make the tea for us, if you don't mind, that is. Okay, thanks, Gretel. Thanks! I took the kettle, set it on the stove, and grabbed 3 cups from the cupboard. A few minutes later, I poured steaming hot tea into each of the teacups. As the amber liquid descended into its porcelain constraints, the scent of citrus filled the room. You bet I have, Gretel. Yeah, I drink tea all the time. What about you? Yes, I'm sure, Gretel, sure. Oh, I see. Once I finished pouring a cup for everyone, I carried them over to the table. Here you are. Thank you kindly. Sip. Really good. He smiled faintly. Glad to hear it. What about you, Snow White? Oh. Snow White promptly closed his book and got to his feet. Where are you going? Oh. And he walked out of the kitchen without another word, leaving his untouched cup of tea behind. Did I upset him? Gretel waved a hand dismissively. He just doesn't like food? He doesn't eat? He's like those living dolls, like the I don't know if you guys have ever seen the documentary, but there's one living doll who she doesn't really eat. She just says that she uses sunlight as her source of nutrition. That's what he does. Yeah, he don't like to eat. He doesn't like food. So he doesn't like food. How can anyone not like food? Interesting. See, I'm having a great time with these two. These two are great. Like, we can just hang out with these two. So what does he eat then? Surely he's got to eat something. Gretel picked up his teacup and shrugged. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He only eats apples. An apple? That's it? That's it. That must be why he's so small and frail looking. Like a... Oh, don't you finish that sentence. Before I could finish my sentence, Gretel plunked his teacup down onto the table with a thud. Oh yeah, no, you can't. You can't talk about him like that. No. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I know, I was gonna say, I was just like, dang, okay. Why is that? Because it's the... Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, because Snow White is supposed to be... Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so this game, even if it's a compliment? Oh, but he's so pretty. We menfolk? Oh, no. No. Menfolk! I don't know about that. My points are going down for these two. We menfolk. Oh, no. Why not? Because it's a girl thing? Oh, sir. Oh, sir. I know this game. Oh, now that I think about it, I wouldn't really want to be called manly, but then again, I wouldn't mind if someone called me... Oh no. No. This is sexism. Yeah, I suppose I would. Yeah, I've been told that for 40 minutes, but not refreshingly, by the other Alice. Life's just more fun this way. I curled my lips in a playful smirk, and Gretel grinned in kind. But that was where our peaceful little moment came to an end. Oh! He's here, everybody. Here to ruin my good time. The Playboy's here. Just then, the door flew open, and the overpowering stench of alcohol blew in. Oh, no. Menfolk, I can't believe. I can't believe we menfolk. Oh, no. It's like Alice calling himself an alpha male. And who should walk in but none other than Cinderella himself? Oh, no. No. So... Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second. So basically in this game, everyone is essentially kind of like the opposite of what they are, sort of. So if we come back to this episode and we go to Red Riding Hood, so is Red Riding Hood the predator instead of the werewolf? Because that's kind of spicy. Know what I'm saying? Alright, anyway, we'll continue. We'll continue this a little bit, and then, we can probably chat a little. Yes, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Gretel shot a disgusted scowl at the intruder. Oh my gosh. Every time Cinderella opened his mouth, he exuded alcohol fumes. Okay, let's go, Gretel, let's go, Gretel. Sir? Are you alright? I hadn't expected to encounter him quite this quickly, but he looked so ill that I couldn't help but worry about him. Excuse me? He looked at me suspiciously and I flinched. Nothing about this had gone according to plan. I only came to observe him. I didn't mean for him to find me so soon. Oh, Should I be honest with him? Should I tell him, hi, I'm Yurika Arisu, and I'm here to learn more about you? He don't care. He don't care. Don't bother. He does not care. But Cinderella didn't really seem that interested in me. Instead, he headed for the sink, clinging to the wall as he went. Wait! I grabbed him by the shoulder, but he shook me off and kept going. Then he came to a stop, clapped a hand to his mouth, and doubled over. Oh. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you do. Oh, here we go. Yeah. That's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. Ah, poor Gretel. Oh boy. Cinderella and Gretel sat at the table. Meanwhile, I was washing the dish rag in the sink. Understandable. Girl said, oh, please. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Oh, here we go. Gretel! The way things were going, Gretel's punishment was bordering on inhumane. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That would make a lot of sense. Tenchi. Boku wa tenchi. Cheap liquor. Oh, pain. Are you feeling any better now at least? No worse. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. I think I've thrown up once because of alcohol. And it's because, like, I think it's because I just drank too much of it because it didn't taste strong. Like, the alcohol was masked, but it was like liquor. So, but it wasn't too bad. I just, but like most things, I try to keep quiet because I don't like to bother others. So it wasn't that bad. It was just a, and that was it. You think you're miserable? He said, "Try me, bro." Must be. It's not that nice. Yeah. It's like what's the phrase? There was a phrase I heard that was really funny. Oh, maybe I heard it from my volunteer who, like, she heard it from some ladies when they came to visit from Cuernavaca, and I think they were like, she was like, "Oh, same hell, different devil," about something they were talking about. It was really funny. Okay, yeah, but that's how I feel about that. Gro cracked his knuckles, a pleasant smile on his face. Ooh. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him, Gretel. Here, use this. I handed Cinderella my handkerchief. Frowning, he looked from me to the handkerchief and back, then his lips twisted in a malicious grin. Excuse me? Oh. Oh. I should have picked Red Riding Hood. I should have picked Red Riding, but then I wouldn't get to see my bestie Snow White. The conflict I feel inside. Oh, I was a little caught off guard by his haughty attitude, but nevertheless, I promptly retracted my offering. Who, me? I stopped short and tilted my head and thought, did he not recognize me? Oh no, not like this. It was Snow. Oh, he said, not me. Misanthrope. What? No. I cannot marry this man. He is disrespecting my boy. Okay? Disrespect. I am not a dog. Do you not know who I am? I decided to ask him flat out. Ooh. Boy, this is gonna be real hard. Romancing this dude's gonna be tough, baby. I was right, he doesn't recognize me. I hate rich people. How much do you want me to pay? Oh, no. You keep your money away from me. I don't need your money, thank you. Yeah, be drunk. Oh, I cannot. The men in this game. Oh, if only I knew. That's... But before I could stop him, Cinderella took a big swig of the tea I'd originally made for Snow White. Oh. Really? Thank you. It had to have been ice cold by now, but evidently he liked it just fine. He chugged the rest of it, then set the cup down and looked back at me. Where did you buy the tea rooms? I can't with this guy. Oh, I just used what you had available here.
味しなかった。
And it does not taste like. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna hire me. Oh no. Well, the flavor can change depending on how you brew it, so maybe that has something to do with it? I couldn't tell if he was actually impressed or simply giving me a perfunctory response. And he looked me up and down and said, I knew. Oh, I knew. Oh no, no, no. No. For more exactly, it's the instant coffee trope. What is this? Coffee? Where did you get this? The store? The supermarket? Oh boy. I couldn't believe it. Who? Me? Never in my wildest dreams did I see this coming. Can you not insult my man? We cannot be married if you keep insulting my man like this. I do. Oh no. That too? Paid work. Oh. Yes, please. Naturally, I agreed on the spot. It was the perfect opportunity. I couldn't possibly pass it up. Ooh, oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. The two of us exchanged a high five. A high five. Oh no. No, I can't. Yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah. He must be desperate. He must be real desperate. Come on. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I don't know. This could be school days. I clasped my hands together and batted my eyelashes. Pretty please? He didn't flinch, but after a moment, he let out a long, resigned sigh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Thank you so much! We exchanged another high. Please stop high-fiving me. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, actually, I don't have anywhere to stay. Ooh! Alright, let's get to it. Works for me! Internally, I did a fist bump. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Romancing this dude's gonna be tough. This is my room? Wow! It was an adorable little room all decked out in pink and white. This is not pink and white. This is orange. This is not... This is brown. It's brown. Oh, no. Okay. He pushed me inside. The whole room was clean and tidy. Evidently, it's all regular upkeep. Was someone living here recently? Oh. It's just so cute and fully furnished, too. Gosh, I almost didn't feel right moving into such a lovely room. Okay, great. Great. Thank you! I couldn't hide my excitement. It was more than I could possibly ask for. Oh, get out. Get out of my sight. Just leave. Personality-wise, he came off as a little aggressive, but maybe deep down he had a heart of gold. Honestly, I'd half expected him to dump me in some cobweb-ridden attic or something. He fixed me with a stern look. Yes? Oh. Oh boy. You want me to repay you? Oh, no, please. Oh, how embarrassing. Oh, how embarrassing. Oh, how embarrassing. No. This was something I really did not see coming. No, he wants you to change your clothes because you look like... No. Because you look poor. He wants you to change because you look poor. Ow. He flicked me sharply on the forehead. I do not want your poverty-stricken body. Oh, poverty-stricken body. Poverty. Oh, no. That was good. Sorry, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, right. I looked down at myself. I hadn't noticed until just then, but here under the light, sure enough, there were dirt stains all over my dress. Must have been from when I face-planted on my way here. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Wait, are you saying you would be willing if I wasn't so poor? Oh. The only time he has sense. He's like, you want this to be? Not particularly, no. I stared blankly back at him. Take us back. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, fine. もちろんです、店長. I gave him my best salute. Oh, boy. And with that, Cinderella left the room. ... Once he was gone, I could finally let out the laugh I've been biting back. Everything had worked out more perfectly than I could have ever imagined. Apparently Cinderella and his brothers had mistaken me for a commoner, or a street rat, I guess. And now that I was going to be working here, I'd have more than enough opportunity to get to know my prospective fiancé. Thus I decided I would adopt the persona of Alice, the mysterious I hate that. The mysterious wife, in order to learn more about Cinderella. Or waif, sorry. Is it waif or wife? Well, I couldn't pretend that I wasn't worried about Kaguya. Part of me was excited for the days ahead. Oh, that's right. I remembered Cinderella's suggestion and undid my corset. After tonight, I was ready to pass out in bed, but first I needed to change into my pajamas. Good thing I decided to bring a few days' worth of clothes, just in case. I wonder what I should do with my dirty laundry. Right as I unzipped my dress and let it fall to my ankles. Oh, he walked back in, didn't he? Yep. Yeah. Of course. Oh. On second thought, maybe this won't be so easy after all. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna... Where do we go? Okay. We are gonna... Oh. Save. Oh, there we go. Save. Back. Okay. To the title! I did save though. Well, whatever. It's fine. Goodness. Okay. Oh. I didn't want to go to the... I didn't want to start the song then. So we're just gonna stay here at this screen. Just like Cinderella, you want to take a shot every time the protag does a cringe. Yeah, a little aggressive. Yeah. This has been a journey. This game has been something else. Maybe I should have played Sucker for Love tonight had I known that Sucker for Love was far more romantic than TaishoxAlice. I literally just fought boy Alice for like an hour. Oh, man. But Cinderella's given me the time of my life, though. He's at least funnier. Poverty-stricken body. I think I should use that in the title or something. Not clickbait. Cinderella hates my poverty-stricken body. It's just the blind date. Yes, it's like the blind date Valentine's date experience for real. Because, you know, it's funny because we're just like, I expected this one to be the most otome, but like honestly, I think Monster Camp was even more romantic than this has been so far. It's like I just feel like oh man, I feel like I've been given like the bottom of the barrel dudes who just kind of have good packaging, and I'm like, we're like in a speed dating situation, and I'm like, the only one I'm interested in is Snow White, but he won't talk to me. And everybody else. Well, there's also Kaguya. I will say Kaguya is also a potential good choice. Man, can you imagine that the Eldritch gods are far more pleasant date options than these dudes? They're supposed to be fairy tale characters. They're supposed to be like the bachelors slash bachelorettes, but I guess, you know. Oh yeah, no. You know, Otomate and Rejet, like really, they have like yeah, they have a reputation of just like they have a reputation of really like hilarious, like cringe. I don't want to use the word cringe though, because I don't think that's the right word I want to use, but it's like they have a reputation, basically. They have a reputation for having games that are kind of like, you know, the men are really pretty and kind of stupid, or like they're utterly like intolerable, like tsundere kind of vibes. Which, listen, I'm not gonna put anyone down for that. I think it's fine. Whatever you want to date, that's fine in an otome game. You know, it is an otome. You know, it's kind of supposed to be outrageous, but it's just always really funny. Like, you know, like people who are like, oh, I can't believe, you know, you like Diabolic Lovers. I'm like, listen, Diabolic Lovers is outrageous. It's absurd. It's literally like a bunch of vampire dudes, and it's like, of course vampires are terrible. You know, vampires have a lot of power over humans. Like, humans can't do nothing. You know, and listen, you are plopped in to a mansion. You don't know what's going on. There are 6 vampire dudes. They ain't letting you leave. You know, like what's gonna happen to you? You think they gonna be, oh, you poor thing? No. They don't care. They're all powerful vampires. Pyres. They'll do whatever they want. You know, that is far more realistic. You know, if they're nice to me, that's sus. You know, so. But yeah, otome, and listen, I love absurdity, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if one of these homeboys wants to give me a hard time, oh no, we're fighting. Yeah, I will not take it from these otome dudes. You know, I never took it before. You know, I've played, you know, I've played Dramatical Murder. I've played games, you know. It's funny because like you know, Dramatical Murder. I'm probably gonna replay it again as like a special for YouTube, but as a pre-record because I cannot play that live. But like Dramatical Murder, like again, as absurd as it is, the way those characters react in the positive routes, where they're not, you know, mutilating Alba, they are quite the good choices relationship wise, right? Listen, it's okay. I started reading BL a little too early in my years, you know, so don't worry about it. I just won't advise it to anybody now, you know. But yeah, yeah, so yeah, I think Dramatical Murder came out when I was in college though, so for me it was a little different. But yeah, in Dramatical Murder, I think the only person that doesn't really have like, okay, I'm gonna say it. Mink is probably the only one who I'm just like, probably not you. And yes, you can talk about Ren too, but Ren, you know, other issues aside, Ren is just essentially Aoba himself. So I don't have a problem with self-love. We're gonna talk about that later. Yes, clear. I was a Kojaku person. So I'm all about the childhood friend. That's like my thing. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not a total stranger to otome. I was expecting this to kind of be buck wild, but I didn't expect to fight with Alice for an hour. Okay, that's the only thing I didn't expect. Because also, you know, okay, so I will also mention Mystic Messenger. I was thinking about playing it this month, but I just was like, no, let's play these other games. And also Mystic Messenger is kind of like hard to play as a playthrough. It's not like very linear. Yes, exactly. Fist fighting him for an hour. I was like, please get me out of here. But Mystic Messenger, man, like Mystic Messenger was like the same. Like everyone's like, oh my gosh, like Zen is so hot, Jumin's so hot. Oh my gosh, 707 is hot, and I'm just like, I'm seducing Yusung. And everybody was like, oh, Yusung's annoying. I'm just like, that's fine. I was just like, I don't care. You know, Zen got on my nerves. He got so on my nerves. I was just like, I can't do it with you. I can't. No. I did get through his did I get through his route? I think I couldn't even get through his route because I was just so like, I was like, I can't. No, I can't do it with you, bro. Anyway, okay, yeah, so yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. I didn't expect this game to trigger my fight or flight. Like literally, as soon as Alice started being like bratty to me, I was just like, oh, okay, let's go. Oh, Ruff's parking lot right now. Throw hands. But I think the main thing is like the problem I have in otome is that, you know, in otome, the main character is you, which is the insert person. But the thing that usually makes the girl character in these games, it makes them very, very flat. So there's not really like a character there. Like you're not really, you know, half the time you don't even have like a face really in otome. You know, very 2D, and it's like, again, I know it's because you're supposed to put yourself in there, and that's fine, totally fine. Me, I'm not that into it. So yeah, you may hyaku ojis, like I don't even know what I look like. You know, I don't even know. You know, so yeah. So I mean, otherwise, I have been like seething this whole time, but you know, Cinderella, like once we finally got to like the actual route past the prologue, I was enjoying myself for the most part. Yeah, I do have complaints, like, you know, the weird translation thing where they're like, oh, haha, in parentheses, daisho boo, like that's kind of weird, but you know what, it's fine. And yeah, like, you know, I do have episode 2 and 3, so we will be playing 2 and 3 after I finish episode 1. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And you know, March is White Day, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about March quite yet. I don't know how we're gonna celebrate that per se quite yet, but we'll figure it out. Otherwise, yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I've been having a blast this month doing these games. These games are so fun. But yeah, okay, thank you guys for joining me in this hilarious game. This game, really, otome games, I love them. It's just, again, when it's, as you guys have seen, when I'm romancing girls, I'm a lot nicer. But when I'm romancing guys, it's like Fight Club. I'm just like, nope, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. No. I'm so picky, and I'm like, no. Like, when she was just like giving him, like, no, I want to be next to you. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Leave him in the darkness. Let the sop take him. Let the dark grime take him. Let the bendy demon get him. You know, no. We don't do that. But anyway, yeah. So that's what it'll be like this entire time I play TaishoxAlice. I'm just gonna fight all these dudes, except Snow White, my man, sweet boy. But anyway, and Kaguya is really nice. So unless he gets weird later on, but okay. But thank you guys for joining. Ooh, I better turn off the computer. Well, not turn off the computer, but turn off the stream because I can see the storm outside, and you know, just in case. Yep, I don't know if you heard that, but that's the thunder. So I will talk to you guys. I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Thursday. Thursday we will be playing Obey Me. Unless I decide I want to play Hustle Cat instead. So okay. Thank you guys. Oh yeah. Don't worry. It'll be fine. I just have to make sure you know, it's all good. yeah, because I played it once last year, and we're gonna play it one more time. Okay, all right, you guys, have a good night. Thank you for dropping by, and don't let Alice enter your dreams, because he's gonna put you into a purgatorial circle of arguments for an hour, and oh Lord have mercy, I would rather fight the demon in faith. As my form of purgatory. All right, guys, thank you for coming. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.